Hello everybody, welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host, Phoenix, and today I have my lovely co-host in the Discord call. I have Weirdo today.
My mic's not working. Hi. I said hi 3 times and my mic didn't pick me up.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Oh my god, it's me.
But
yeah,
hi.
no, I've been told that someone's trying to start a GoFundMe to get me a new mic.
Who's starting that? Is it Lego?
It's Bugs.
Oh.
She started telling me to put my mic up to my mouth because this is what she makes me do.
To talk to her?
Yeah, because she can't hear me.
I think either you need a better mic or Bugs needs better headphones.
Maybe both.
Yes. It might be both.
Yes. I'm Spiderman, so.
Yeah, and that's what we're reading today. We're reading more Spider-Man fan fiction with
Hawkeye. Kate Bishop, the best one ever. I am Kate Bishop.
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say. Head pats.
You archery. I'm brunette, and I've been a fan of Hawkeye since I was probably 8. I'm Kate Bishop.
You're probably the only fan of Hawkeye that I know of.
No, genuinely, I have a group chat of people who just like Hawkeye, and we just send Hawkeye edits to each other. That's all we do. It's 8 people.
Yeah. Man, if only there was an app that you can use to talk to the guy that plays Hawkeye in
If only there was an app.
Yeah, if only there was an app to talk to him, but I don't know if there's anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that ever,
Yeah.
If only there was an app.
Yeah, that would just be weird to just have one app to just talk to one famous guy, but they wouldn't possibly done that.
No, it's also weird that there's a vehicle after the guy. I think it's a snowplow or something. But they wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that either. That's weird. Anyway, that's preposterous, bro. Spell preposterous.
E-O.
Failed. All right, what the fuck do we remember from last time?
Something about Spider-Man feeling like a self-insert OC.
Yeah, what Spider-Man doesn't have, no one knows about Peter Parker at all, Peter Parker.
Yeah, because he got, because everyone's mind got wiped about Peter Parker ever existing.
Yes.
They only know Spider-Man.
And Hawkeye is doing something.
Trying to have fun with his family while these 2 freaking teenagers ruined everything with their red tracksuit.
Yep, you're right.
I'm only saying that because I watched their show. No.
I'm glad someone has experience in this book of some kind of knowledge. Because it isn't.
Don't worry. I mean, I did find the book, so.
Perfect. Oh, you want to be heads or tails to go first?
Tails.
Alright. It's tails.
Your reporter's so heavy. I heard it thud.
It landed on the Has-Been Hotel playmat that I have.
It's chunky
ass fucking quarter.
Man. That's why they got rid of the pennies. You're spending too much on the quarters.
My bad. I should probably exchange it at this point.
4 quarter. Okay. Chapter, I think this is 4. Let me double check.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah. Chapter 4. Hot stuff. Why is this my life? Clint asked himself. He had snuck out of the hotel just to track down and deal with whoever it was impersonating as Ronan. As it turns out, that someone was a kid who seems to be one of his very few fans. As if that wasn't enough, Spider-Man was involved in all of this. Somehow, after some quick introductions, they had agreed to head to Kate's apartment. Spider-Man claimed that he already knew the address and swung ahead. Late informed him, I feel like they mean Kate. Yeah, Kate informed him that Spidey was probably the friend that Dick she met. I'm sorry, wait, what?
What?
Sorry. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm high right now. Kate informed him that Spidey was probably the friend that Dick she met had gone to get to help her. Clint wasn't going to question that. He was just here for the suit. The walk had been incredibly annoying. Kate was constantly either asking him highly confidential questions or trying to impress him. She claimed to have seen a dead body, some guy named Armand, but she appeared to have gotten over it very quickly. When Kate opened the door to her home, the two were slightly shocked to see that Spider-Man had used his free time to play with the golden retriever. He was currently rubbing the dog's sheets while repeatedly asking in a baby voice, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?" Clint was less than impressed and muttered to Kate, "Some guard dog you got there." "That's not my dog," Kate replied, "and I'm pretty sure it's not his either." Spidey let go of the dog, which immediately went to licking his last crumbs from the pizza box on the floor. He scratched the back of his head awkwardly and explained, "I had to do something while I waited for the two of you to show up." Clint didn't bother looking at the young hero as he said, "You didn't have to wait. I'm just gonna take the suit, then I'm on my way." He turned to Kate and complimented her. "Nice place, by the way. How'd a kid like you afford it?" "I would also like to know," Spidey said. He was living in his new place for not even a don't, and he was already sick of it. "Okay. I inherited," Kate answered awkwardly. "What are you, 18? "I'm 22. "Yeah, same thing." Clint sighed as he leaned against a chair. "So, do you want to get that suit off so I can get going?" Kate nodded and responded, Yeah, I'll be right there." She tripped over her own feet as she walked upstairs and excitedly whispering rather loudly, "Hawkeye and Spider-Man are in my place." "She seems nice," Spider-Man thought to himself. "I was definitely too harsh on her earlier." "Where'd you get the suit?" Clint questioned, trying to find something to do while they waited. He tried to avoid eye contact with Spider-Man, still not fully understanding why New York's most famous vigilante was here. Black market auction," Kate responded from above, way too casually. "And you bought it?" "Stole it," Spidey cut in. Clint gave him a questioning look, so he continued. "My friend was there. He told me when he asked me to help her out." "Who was that guy anyway?" Kate asked. "No one important, just someone who goes places Spider-Man can't." "Did this friend of yours say what she did in that suit?" Clint asked, raising one eyebrow at Spider-Man. Kate answered before he could. "I beat up some guys, save a dog, some light B&E." Clint sighed, not liking the sound of that one bit. "A 22-year-old vigilante. Shouldn't you be at school?" Spider-Man shrugged and casually said, "I was barely 15 when we fought at the airport, so not as bad as it could be." Clint and Kate, who was walking down the stairs with a bow and the Ronin suit in her hands, gave him a curious look. Spider-Man raised his hand and said, "Not one of Tony's brightest ideas, I know." Kate felt like now was a good time to change the subject, so she turned her attention towards Clint and began, "Okay, skipping over the child endangerment, I feel like I should be allowed to ask you some questions, now that I have answered all of yours. Starting with, will you sign my bow?" She held out her bow and two markers towards Clint. Clint was once again questioning his life while Peter grinned from ear to ear behind his mask. That grin fell when he realized something truly devastating. "I should have asked Kat for an autograph when I had the chance." Clint didn't seem excited by the prospect of handing out autographs. He replied, "I'm not done yet." "But when you are done, can you sign my bow? You guys are kind of my favorite Avenger and Vigilante." "I can do it now." Spider-Man cut in, grabbing the bow and the marker. He never gave an autograph before, and he didn't want to unscrew this up, so he simply decided to write Spidey and added a cartoon version of his mask. Kate was beaming with joy when he handed the bow back to her. Clint decided to ignore this and asked Kate, "Are you okay, by the way?" Peter turned his head to Kate. He also wanted to make sure she was okay and felt guilty for not asking sooner. Kate, still wanting to impress the hero, confidently stated, "Good. Oh yeah, no. I'm fine. You should see the other guys. I did. The Tracksuit Mafia? Tracksuit Mafia, that's a stupid name. Although I do think I've heard something about them, Peter thought to himself, trying to remember where we've heard of them before. Kate seemed to be having a similar thought process as Peter. That's the name? A little on the nose, don't you think? She was clearly amused by the gang's name. Are they the one that murdered my mom's fiance's uncle? Your mom's fiance and uncle. Our mom the third of at least 7. Guess the family isn't very creative. Haha, Spider-Man joked. Kate snorted at the terrible joke, while Clint simply rolled his eyes in annoyance. He immediately decided to steer the conversation back on topic. I don't know if they killed your mom's fiance's uncle, but what I do need to know is if anybody saw your face. Kate shrugged and answered proudly. None, except for Spider-Man's friend. I kept the mask on like a bro. That's not perfect, but it should be fine. Listen, the person who wore this suit made a lot of enemies, and the tracksuits are just one of them. So it is very important that you're not connected to this suit. Do you understand? Kate nodded like a 6-year-old that had just been told some kind of secret. I completely understand. You didn't tell any friends or family about the suit? No one. The tracksuits followed you from the auction to where I found you. Did you stop anywhere before that? We only came to drop off the dog. Kate frowned, realizing her mistake. Cue Spidey sense tingling. Hey, Kate Bishop! A voice yelled from the outside. All 3 heroes turned to the large window, panic in their eyes. My name is on the buzzer, Kate realized. Shit, get down! Clint yelled as a Molotov cocktail burst through the window and exploded in a raging fire. Without thinking, Peter rushed towards the window and yelled, You guys deal with the fire! I can take care of the tracksuits! Before Clint could say anything against the idea, Spider-Man ran at the window and jumped through it. Much to Kate's dismay, glass rained down the street as Spider-Man flew towards the gang members. In a panic, one of them rushed another cocktail at Spider-Man, but he missed and it landed in the apartment. Clint yelled out, Come on! In frustration, and now having to deal with a second growing fire. Sorry! Spider-Man yelled before turning back towards the stunned gangsters. Now, who is ready for a fresh cup of bodily harm? What kind of one-liner is that?
You're trying to be creative.
I'm proud of you, buddy. It's a weird one-liner, though. The question seemed to knock them out of their funk. With a battle cry, Bring it on, bro! The first tracksuit ran in with a right hook. Spider-Man effortlessly dodged it by twisting his body. Then he twisted himself while throwing a punch, knocking the guy to the ground. To Spider-Man's surprise, the next guy tried to hit him with a lit cocktail. Spider-Man managed to stop contact by blocking his arm with his own, then grabbing a hold of it. He pried the hot bottle out of the guy's hand and threw it down the street. Flames burst from the bottle on contact, but it didn't appear as if fire would spread. Spider-Man, still gripping the guy, looked at him and demanded, Are you crazy? The guy was shaking like a kid that snuck into to see a movie they weren't supposed to be to, and stammered, I don't know, bro. I'm just panicking here, bro. They do actually say bro a lot. That's not just the writer.
Okay.
Spider-Man didn't want to hear another word, so he flipped the guy over and smashed him to the floor. Spider-Man looked at the remaining tracksuits and asked with a cocky grin, So, which one of you suckers are next? All the tracksuits gave each other wary looks. None of them wanted to fight the vigilante, especially after seeing what he did to their comrades. The silent tension was broke by the sound of shattering glass and a fire extinguisher hitting one of the tracksuits like a rocket, knocking him into the floor. While the gang members looked at their friend, who was moaning on the floor with stunned expressions. Spider-Man looked up at the apartment's shattered window and yelled, A fire extinguisher? Seriously? Sorry! Echoed Kate's voice. We need to get out of here. Do you have a fire escape? Clint exclaimed. The way the situation was escalating was not helping his growing headache. Well, what about the suit? We'll come back for it. Clint explained, grabbing Kate and dragging her to safety. Getting the suit was important, but saving the fangirl was more important. If they were lucky, the fire would take care of it, and he would be able to get back to celebrating Christmas with his family.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hawkeye having to do his job on Christmas.
He's retired. Give him a break.
Oh, he's retired? Then why the fuck is he even out here?
Because, superhero, you got, like, in your blood,
Then, dog, you're not really retired. You're just coming in whenever you fucking feel like it.
Okay, well, technically he's been retired since Infinity War. He just had to go help because the Avengers called for him.
Okay. I didn't watch that.
I can tell, bro. You gotta lock in.
I don't think I want to. I think I'd rather watch, like, the DC movies instead, because at least I don't have to watch them in chronological order.
I'm actually disowning you now. What do you mean you'd rather watch DC over Marvel?
Because I don't have to follow 17 different fucking plot lines going on and watch several different
DC
TV
has
shows.
no plot.
Exactly. That's
my point.
I just need a movie to tell me what's going on and then have it end, and that's it and whatnot. I can't be following movie after movie, remembering the plots, and having to watch the TV shows to figure out what's going on in the movies. I can't do that, man. Good for you. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I'm actually having to watch Fox X-Men now to get ready for Doomsday.
Oh my, see, I can't do that. I shouldn't have to watch a TV show to figure out what's going on.
And then I have to, those aren't TV shows. It's an entire trilogy of movies, because the Fox X-Men are coming in to Marvel, because now Disney owns X-Men. And then I also have to watch now all the Thor movies, then to watch Loki, then to finally watch the final Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and then I might, before I even can watch that, have to watch the Fox Fantastic Four movies because Johnny Storm makes a cameo in there.
See, this is why I can't do it. That's so much.
And this is all because I wanted to watch the Deadpool and Wolverine, the Deadpool movies, by the way.
Jesus. Could this be my fucking safe house, man? Like, that was a lot.
It's very safe. Don't worry.
Alright. How rich is this girl? Spidey asked himself as he marveled at the size of the apartment. It would take him years to afford a place like this. It technically didn't belong to Kate, but her aunt owns the place and is on vacation, so it's fine. It was a fairly modern-looking apartment with a bunch of decorations. Pizza Dog had found himself a comfortable chair in the living room to take a nap on. Quinn had gone back to Kate's apartment to retrieve the suit while Kate cleaned the cut above her eyebrow. And she's doing it wrong, Spider-Man realized as soon as he turned towards her direction. When his aunt learned his identity, she insisted on personally taking care of any wound he received during patrol. It took a few weeks for her to realize it was pointless since his healing factor would mend most of his injuries in under a few hours. During those weeks, Peter picked up on how to properly treat the wounds himself. Pushing away the painful memories, Spider-Man walked over to the kitchen and sat down at the table across from Kate as she was applying the tape. "You did it wrong." Kate's hand froze an inch from the cut. She hummed a question, and Peter elaborated. "You didn't clean it properly. Here, come." He grabbed the cotton bud and dipped it into a bottle of rubbing alcohol. Kate leaned forward across the table so he would be able to reach it easier. Spider-Man dabbed the cut in the same way he remembered it would be for him. Kate made a face due to the stinging from the alcohol. He grabbed a bit of the medical tape and placed it on the cut, perpendicular to it. "Okay, this should be good now," Spider-Man stated, leaning back in his chair. Kate did the same, tapping the bandage to check it. "Thanks. I never learned how to treat my wounds," she sighed. Spidey shrugged. "No problem. First aid is a very useful skill to have, especially if you're planning on continuing working as a vigilante." Kate's eyes widened suddenly. Without warning, she slammed her hands on the table and pulled herself toward Spidey. She excitedly asked, "Do you really think I have what it takes?" Spidey was taken aback from the sudden action and instinctively pulled back. It was once again reminded of how he wears a mask, because without it, she would definitely have noticed the blush burning across his cheeks. He stammered for a response. Well, yeah, you're definitely better at beating the shit out of people than I did when I first started. Peter immediately mentally slapped himself for those words that left his mouth. Kate seemed to find it funny, though, as she began to giggle. Spidey sure why. But the childish laugh was oddly soothing. He could feel the tension of his muscle unwind, and the anxiety couldn't his mind fade. You couldn't have been that bad, Kate argued with a sly grin, secretly egging the Avenger to tell her more. Spidey shrugged. Maybe. I did fight the Falcon and the Winter Soldier at the same time 6 months before I started, and it was likely because I took them by surprise and my powers in general. Kate slapped herself on the forehead and immediately regretted it, hissing the pain as her wounds burned up. Shit! Forgot the ice. Spidey exclaimed, while his suit eyes could no longer show his expression. Kate had a vaguely good idea of what his face looked like underneath his mask. Spidey looked over Kate's shoulder towards the kitchen where the fridge sat. Without even bothering to get out of his chair, Peter fired a series of webs to open the freezer, grabbed the nearest item, and closed the door. The act of Kate stunned, with her not even registering the box of frozen pizza being offered to her. She simply sat down, stared at Spidey, her mouth open like a goldfish. Spidey snorted lightly at Kate's cute, dumbfounded expression. You gotta take the pizza box, or you simply want me to get frostbite from holding it, he teased. This snapped Kate out, and she clumsily grabbed hold of the frozen pizza box. She held it against her head injury, and the two were left silently looking at each other. There was this odd calmness between them. Kate wanted to ask Spider-Man how he got the pizza box out of the freezer so quickly using nothing but his webs, but she didn't. She didn't want to disrupt the calm. Unfortunately, it wasn't a decision for them to make. They were both broken out of the trance by the buzzing of Kate's phone. Kate quickly pulled it out of her pocket to check who was calling. Shit, it's my mom. She hasn't seen me since the Gala? The gala. I'm sorry, I had to take this. She exclaimed. A smile stretched across underneath his mask as memories flashed before Spider-Man's eyes. Hey, it's okay. I used to have similar problems, he said casually. Used to? Asked Kate, raising an eyebrow. The smile faded from Spider-Man's face, but the younger Archer didn't notice. Spidey got out of the chair and opened the nearest window, letting in the freezing nighttime breeze. Yeah, I used to. I'm sorry, but I gotta go now. I haven't gotten a proper patrol yet tonight. I'll meet with you and Clint in the morning. Before Kate could bring herself to say anything, so much as a goodbye, Spidey was gone. Pressed the open window, but only managed to see his red foot disappear behind a building. Kate was left alone in the building, with just the dog and her mom trying to call her. Spider-Man swung through New York streets as fast as his webs could carry. He ignored the cold wind that felt like needles stabbing into his very skeleton, or the army of memories that blinded his way. Despite the cold, Peter could practically feel the warmth in his heart due to how quickly it was pumping blood. Spidey somehow managed to navigate through the horrendous conditions and reach his house. He didn't even bother closing the window around him. He just ripped his mask off, revealing his sweaty face and tangled brown hair, and gasping for air. Peter slowly got into his creaky bed, and still trying to catch his breath. Peter slowly wrapped himself in a blanket, ignoring the freezing wind seeping into the tiny apartment. He was too focused to blocking out the resurfacing memories. All the people that we used to call him during his Spider-Maning. Ned, Tony, Happy, May, MJ. When the thought of Peter's former girlfriend playing in his mind, they seemed tainted. For some reason, Kate would suddenly make an expression, temporarily replacing the girl known for being a loner with an overly excited rookie hero. Why is she... No. No. I can't be with some that I just met. Not so soon after MJ. No matter what Peter told himself, the image of Kate continued to loom over him like a shining thundercloud, ready to drench him with what? Tears? Love? Guilt? Her blood? Peter didn't want to know the answer. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Man, I would say just don't figure out the answer, obviously.
Riff in chat for Spidey.
Comment down below your ex's names so we can find them.
No!
Aw.
No, we're not doing that.
I already told them to.
Don't listen to Weirdo. Do not listen to the baby.
But you should listen to the baby. I'm the future.
Oh, we're fucked. Alright, last chapter.
Wait, for real?
For wheelsies.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like the last chapter. I was like, damn, that's quick. We're missing like 80% of the show.
No.
Peter has learned that Spider-Man and his relationships couldn't exist together. Liz, his first girlfriend, father tried to kill him, so he put him in jail. This forced Liz and her mom to move away. Heartbroken, Liz also seemed to have grown to hate Peter. In her interviews during his time as a public figure were anything to go by. MJ was worse. Their relationship had a chance to bloom properly, so its end was even harder. There was no argument, no fight, no talk between them. Just a broken promise and a memory spell. It ended like a flower that had died as soon as it was cut from the soul. That's not even considering all his less intimate relationships. That is his friendship with Ned or his being acquaintance with the other Avengers. TLDR, Peter should know. Wait, what does TLDR mean?
Too long didn't read.
What?
TLDR, too long didn't read.
Too long didn't read. Thank you. Sorry, you said it so quick I did not catch that. Peter should have known better than to fall in love with a near stranger. I want to preface, I did not know this was going to be Spider-Man falling in love with Kate Bishop. I thought he was just inserted into the show. I don't ship Spider-Man x Kate. It's meant to be Damn it! It's not love, it's not love. It's love. Kate is just a friendly person that you've talked to for more than 5 seconds. That also has a pretty face. It's not love, it's not love, it's love. Peter kept repeating those words as walked through a cleaned up footpath, going to the only place where he could maybe get the answers he wanted. It was still early in the morning, so it was relatively dark. But the early sun shined bright enough for Peter to make out the words on the 2 graves before him. May and Benjamin Parker. Hey May, Uncle Ben. Boy, do I have a story to tell you two today, he said, kneeling in front of the 2 headstones. Peter recounted everything, meeting Clint in the bathroom, helping Kate fight tracksuits in the wine cellar, and up to their chat at the safe house before his 2 parental figures would have been able to get him some word of advice. Tell him what he should do, but now all Peter has is the silent wind. So he had no choice but to continue. I haven't talked to MJ since I tried to tell her the truth. I did it to protect her and Ned, but what's the point if I start feeling like this again for someone else? And so soon, how can I move on from MJ so fast? A part of Peter had reason, that he was lonely, that he caved affection, and Kate was so much like him from the years before, with endless love to give and enough energy to rekindle his own joy. Peter would never admit it, but as much as he loved MJ's dark humor and brutal honesty, there were times where it made him feel slightly less gloomy. Kate didn't appear as if she would ever cause anyone gloom. She's in trouble. The tracksuit mafia is after her. Clint is helping her, but I'm also involved. I should be involved, but I'm worried that if I get involved, I'll end up breaking Michelle's heart. Even Peter knew that was a weak excuse. His only guilt was his complex talking. MJ didn't remember him. No one remembered him. None of his previous relationships truly matter anymore. All that is left is Spider-Man. I should get going. I neglected the streets last night. I better go make up for lost time and lost money. Patrol wasn't what Peter would... What? 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 The patrol wasn't what Peter would consider entertaining. He needed to vent more. And these days, he did by beating up criminals under the cover of night. That was not something he could do during the day, so he spent the whole day swinging, webbing, and spinning while also taking brief breaks to eat and do the opposite of eating. What do you mean by the opposite of eating? Is he throwing his food up?
Yeah.
He did it without rest until the skies began to darken as night began to fall once again. Despite the sun fading behind the horizon, the city remained bright and active. Christmas songs invaded every street, and light shows were around every corner. Peter swung and swung, punching bad guys whenever he got the chance. It was a great way to relieve stress. That was when he saw a flash of purple on the roof of a warehouse that seemed to belong to a toy factory or something. Spider-Man swung over and silently landed next to her, thus startling Kate. Kate was wearing some sort of purple jumpsuit. She had a quiver of arrows and a bow that seemed to be made out of wood. What are you doing here? They both asked at the same time. I'm on patrol and I saw your very bright purple color scheme and decided that I should check it out. And what do I find? You, on a rooftop, not hiding like you were supposed to be. Well, I can't hide forever, Kate hissed back at him. I have a life to live and an overprotective mother always watching my shoulder. Besides, this is more important. The tracksuits kidnapped Clint. Peter wanted to laugh, which was saying something since he hadn't had a proper laugh in a long time. He clawed over to the skylight that Kate was looking down through before while checking. Good one, Kate. As if low-level street gang like the Tracksuit Mafia could ever capture an inventor like Hawk. Oh, look at that. They're interrogating him.
I had such Deadpool energy right there.
Like they could ever do that. Well, damn, they got him. Peter was understandably stumped by the situation. Not even for a moment did he believe that Hawkeye, one of the original Avengers, the world's greatest archer, and one of its greatest spies and assassins, would ever be captured by some random street thugs. That was when he noticed something. Clint had freed himself from the restraints. Seems like your idol has more control of the situation than we expected. Spider-Man explained as he backed away from the skylight, not wanting to be noticed. Let me see, Kate said with excitement, putting him aside and rushing to the skylight. The glass couldn't hold the sudden weight and shattered, causing her to fall down, landing flat on the ground between Clint and the thugs. Kate slowly picked herself up and realized that the roughly 2 dozen guns of various sizes were all aimed on her. She forced a chuckle and said, I didn't realize that we were supposed to bring guns. Clint groaned in frustration, and Peter couldn't help but facepalm in frustration at what just happened. There was no way in all of the 9 rounds that he was this bad when he first started. Meanwhile, a voice in his head that surprisingly sounded like a lot like MJ asked, Are you sure she's the one?
Ooh. What a cliffhanger to end it up on. Wow, standing ovation.
Cliffhanger still in 8 months.
You say we're gonna do this in 8 months? Is that what you just...
Perchance.
It wasn't that long in between this one and the last one, was it?
It was so long that you forgot what happened.
Well, I asked that during every recording.
You have asked that when we read the same thing last week, so...
Well, a lot can happen in a week to make us forget things.
So, right?
Yeah.
Especially if it's Sam.
Yes. What happened? We like him? Alright, if you say so.
We're in love, that's all I know.
Oh god, well I like this. Even if I have no idea what's supposed to be going on in the canonical show, this is enjoyable.
I like it, even though they completely changed a lot of things that happened in the canonical show.
It's fine. It has Spiderman in it. That means it's good.
It does
now.
have Spider-Man, even though I shipped Bish over.
Yeah. Now we can start Spider-Man X Kate now.
Oh yay. Well, time to get up my iPad to edit again.
It's time for you to have a new ship, and it's this.
I guess my TikTok followers do deserve me being there, not being there for 2 months.
Yes. You come back with a random ass crack ship, and they're like, what the fuck?
No, I did that once on my YouTube. I think I didn't post for like 6 months. I was like, I'm just gonna post something random, and I do. You don't know her yet, but Maddie Nolan X Jinx. I don't even ship it, by the way. I just was bored and decided to edit it.
Did anyone like what we got comment like what the fuck is it?
No, my friend literally texted me on Discord. They're like, "What the hell is this video you just posted?"
To be fair,
Special.
it's a lot. You know what else is a lot?
The amount of people you read Wattpad with.
Yes,
Like,
but
Lego, Jolene, Honey.
yeah, but I was referring to the wheel.
The wheel's quite small.
Yes,
She's cute though.
but it's small, but
Maybe
it has
we
big
could-
decisions.
Yeah, and that big decision better let us read Mr. Puzzles for once.
All right, let's see. But
I'd be happy with almost anything except for Sam.
all right, it's Spiderman again.
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man, Hawkeye 3, Electric Boogaloo. There we go. See, we'll get the cliffhanger thing soon.
Very soon.
Yes.
The viewers might not, but we will.
We will, and we'll enjoy it when it happens.
Oh wait, next week, one thing I will say. We have to not record next week, but the week after that, because I'm gonna be in Georgia.
Yep, that's... Oh, yeah. Wait, aren't you guys gonna be in Italy?
Sweet.
Oh, wait, no, that's
July.
next month. That's next month.
And,
I was
yeah,
like,
end of July is Italy.
I was like, I'm
Right now, we're
fucking
just going
tweaking.
to some like sketchy lake.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I'm like, aren't you guys gonna be in another country? You can't be in Georgia and Italy at the same time.
Says who? I broke the time and realms, bro. I broke the multiverse.
Alright, well, I guess we get to continue Spider-Man, so I'm excited.
Me too. Maybe this will finally get you to watch every single MCU project.
God, fuck no. I don't have that kind of time. And I don't have Disney Plus, so I'm not paying for shit.
Just like you don't have time to watch Arcane Season 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't have time to watch Arcane Season 2.
I literally have Mr. Puzzle staring at me, and you still haven't watched Arcane Season 2.
I don't know what Mr. Puzzles has to do with Arcane Season 2, but
Because there was a deal! There was a deal!
didn't I say at least I would start it, and then I was like, I did it. I watched season 1. And then
Oh,
I
you
was
said
like,
you would watch... The deal was I watched the full thing of, like, the thingy of episode 4 you wanted me to watch, and you watched the entirety of Arcane.
I'll watch the first episode tomorrow when I'm at work.
Oh, Eureka.
You
Oh,
win
it's
this
Joyous
time.
Day. Oh, it's a Joyous Day.
And I will make sure I text several times in the server being, I hate Jinx so much, she's the worst character I've ever seen. Can't believe she blew up the fucking building.
I'm back in the fucking building again.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of this. Pissing me
Man,
off.
Jinx being the main character and being in her show. But
Piss me off.
you know, Phoenix, thank you for joining.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. I really like being here.
Yeah, even though it's like, it's your recording. It's your
Yeah, it's my recording. I like being here.
I hope you do.
Thank you. I hope you like being here too.
Oh yeah, I do. Unless
Yes.
there's like, you know, like noise pollution.
Yes. On screen is a playlist of all the other Wattpad book readings I've done in the past. Queen Blue Road. There's also Lego, Jolene, Honey, and Sage. So if you want to see specific people read specific things, check out that. Also, last one on screen was me and Lego reading Astrid Part 5, which should be the last one of that. So if you want to see some How to Train Your Dragon bullshit, be sure to check that out. It was pretty good.
We should read Hiccup X Reader one day.
If you find one that's good, then absolutely.
I cannot promise 0 spelling mistakes.
Okay, that's fine. If it has anywhere in the description saying English is not my first language, you fucking pick that book up immediately. That shit's gonna be fire.
Okay, heard.
Yeah.
Do they always just make the best books?
Yes. They always have the best. Just slap the fuck out of your mic.
No, actually, I hit my chair.
Okay.
I'm holding my mic now. She's okay.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Soft kitty, warm kitty.
That's what I had. I was singing that. I was humming that when I was taking my blood out.
Man, they're like vampires. They're stealing it. They're stealing it.
They fucking stole my blood, man.
They took it. They took everything. They took.
Kyle, why are they doing this? But right, on that note, my name is Phoenix. That was Weirdo, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.